Good morning guys, welcome back to another vlog. It is currently 6:59 in the morning and I am just heading out to the gym. I'm very tired. Every morning I wake up I'm like, oh, she's tired. But we need to get to the gym, get our workout in, get our steps in, and then the day will just feel a lot nicer. So that's where I'm going. I feel like we literally have so much to talk about. I mean, I feel like the title of this vlog is going to say it all. We'll get into it. Obviously not at 7 AM in the morning when I'm on my way out to the gym and about to take my pre-workout. Let's get on with the day. I'll be honest, I don't know why I shot pre-workout. It's actually just to get it over with quicker because like it's fine. It's just not like my favourite thing to take. But anyway, let's gym, stop procrastinating. I've just gotten back from the gym and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Every morning I wake up in the morning and I think I can't be bothered to go. I literally lay in bed for like half an hour just debating all my life choices and ultimately end up getting up and I feel better for it. But I've just gotten home, midnight's just come in and he's asking for some food. So now's a great time to tell you guys that this section of the video is sponsored by Cat Kid. I feel like they're becoming a little bit regular around here, but I'm trying to think of how long we've actually had Midnight on Catkin for, and I feel like it's been quite a long time now, and we just see such a difference with him being on Catkin. His favourite flavours are Bar, Moo, Oink and Quack. We did start him off on Cluck, that's their recommendation, but he has a solid fave within these. I think I'm going to give him Quack. Hello. I feel like I give Midnight gourmet meals now because we actually heat them up. He really gets a 5-star treatment. But Catkin is basically just like a whole... I'm blurry. What on earth? That's so rude. I'm trying to tell you guys about Catkin. Okay, that's better. Catkin is basically human food, but for cats. You know the rubbish that we used to give our cats in the pouches that you just buy from the supermarket and it's all cheap and gross? It's basically just processed and we call it chicken nuggets now in this household. So could you imagine feeding yourself chicken nuggets 24/7? It just would do you no good. But this is a complete whole balanced meal for Midnight. I'm gonna be honest, he's slightly fuming that I'm taking so long doing this, so I'm gonna feed this to him and I'm gonna come back and tell you guys more about Catkin. Catkin is made using 100% real meat made daily in Suffolk, and you serve it from the fridge so you just know it's free from any preservatives or fillers. I think it's no secret that Midnight is a slightly chunky cat, but we've definitely noticed that whilst he's been on Catkin, his hunger has improved so much. He literally only eats twice a day now, and I'm gonna be honest, we used to feed him like 4 times a day, which is way too much. But he was just like screaming out for food because it obviously wasn't filling him up what we were giving him before. But now that we switched to Catkin and he's getting real food, he stays full so long. We're literally like, wait, where is he? Because he needs dinner. But like last time, Midnight has his own discount code. I don't know why, but it just makes me so happy that my cat has a discount code. You can just use the code Midnight50, or I will leave the QR code on screen now. So you guys can go and get 50% off of your trial box. As I said, we've had Midnight on Catkin now for so long, even before I started to work with Catkin. And yeah, it's just been incredible, and I know that one day when we move out and we have our own cats, then they will be going straight on to Catkin. No messing around over here. She's in her updating chair, she's got her cup of coffee. We're gonna do an update, but firstly, what do we think about these bottoms, guys? Are they giving pajamas or are they giving lounge? Because I feel like it's kind of 50-50. And funnily enough, they are from Forever 21, but I got them off of Shein, which is so weird. I didn't know that Forever 21 were on Shein now. Kind of feel like that is low-key a downfall for them, but listen, I got some cute bottoms, and if they do look like pajama bottoms, then so be it. But I'm gonna take a big gulp of coffee before we get into the updates of why we decided to pull out of the flat. I feel like it's gonna be a long one. I'm gonna try and make it speedy, but I do like to talk. I feel like I want to take you guys from the start and kind of go through everything, because I wish that I had a video like this going through this process, because I probably would have pulled out sooner if I had known what I now know. So the process for us started in January. We had no chain, there was no one in the property, it was an ex-rental. So realistically, we should have been in there super duper speedy. We were planning to be in there by June, and that's what the sellers wanted as well. So we were all kind of pushing for a June move-in date, which is moving relatively quick, but also there was no reason for it to not move quick. Our first issue was the seller's solicitor, horrendous, like so bad, so poor at communication, so poor at executing things. Like, so sorry to be mean about someone in their job, but she was so bad. And looking back on it, I think we know the sellers tried to do everything on the cheap. They sold through purple bricks, so each time everyone was like, talk to your estate agent, I was like, I don't have one, because he's done it through purple bricks. And it came quite abundant that they must have chosen the cheapest solicitor ever, because they were so bad. Basically, within the first month of us going through the sale, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they did a typo. I don't know if they were just confused, but they basically told our solicitor that the building was under BSA, which is basically a Building Safety Act that was brought in after Grenfell to do with like cladding, fire safety and all those things. And our solicitor couldn't act for us underneath that regulation. Like, some solicitors just don't do it. So we were dropped by our solicitor that we bloody loved. He was incredible. And then we basically had to phone up the seller's solicitor. We had to get in contact with the building agency to find out what on earth is going on, because we also need to think about the building and what we're going to be buying into. We were also in contact with the seller because we didn't have an estate agent, and the seller's solicitor ended up telling them to stop talking to us. So we were completely blacklisted, weren't allowed to talk to anyone. Managed somehow to find out that the building is not under BSA. So got no idea why the seller's solicitor said it was. We ended up going back to our old solicitor and was like, it's not under it. And he was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I can continue to work with you. Got all of that sorted after like a month. So that pushed us back. We obviously thought that everything was going through. Everything was fine. We went on holiday, was expecting to come home and basically moved straight into the flat. But once we got home, we started to properly chase because nothing was being done, and found out that our solicitor raised an issue in the lease in March, mid-March, and the seller's solicitor didn't look into it until the end of May. Like, what is going on? I don't get it. I don't know how you can leave that just sitting around for so long. And the seller was sending us email chains from their side, and the solicitor on their side was just horrendous. Like, wasn't reading emails. It was so bad. It was so poorly managed. I can't even tell you. But obviously everything happens for a reason, because basically the issue was the ground rent, which you can't actually charge on new build flats anymore. Like, it's just not a thing. You can do service charge, but you can't do ground rent. The ground rent could go up to £8,000 a year. That was written on the lease. And obviously our lender was like, we are not lending you the money if that's the case, because no one wants to pay that and you will not be able to sell it on. Obviously it's risky for them to give us the money for the flat. And we were like, yeah, okay, fair enough. We also don't want to pay £8,000 a year for ground rent when we're also paying £2,000 a year for service charge. So anyway, we basically had to try and get a hold of the leaseholder. It was a whole kerfuffle. Everything took so long, and they needed to change the lease so we could buy the flat. The seller was getting annoyed at us. Don't know why, because it's not even like we were using a really small niche lender. We were using a major high street lender. So whoever they sell the flat to, the terms in the lease are gonna have to change. Like, you need to get your defective lease sorted out, basically. We've just been waiting and waiting. They changed the lease. They didn't even change it to what we wanted. So we were like, it's not even gonna get approved. Like, this is ridiculous. So it's kind of like the longer this was taking, it's gonna fall through anyway. And yeah, we just thought with the issues with the lease already, there's probably more that is underneath that needs to be sorted. And also it was going to cost nearly £6,000 to change the lease, and the seller was not going to pay for it. He was like, you can pay for 50%, and we were like, I understand why, but also like, you're about to get the profit from the flat sale, so you really should pay because it is your property. You should make sure it's okay to sell. So yeah, it was just honestly such a faff, and the more we were thinking about it, the more we were just like, let's just cut our losses. Like, getting a leasehold flat is just the worst. Do not recommend. I mean, there are some that obviously work out and they're fine, but this building was just horrendous. The managing agent as well was just horrendous. Like, just everyone was just so unpleasant as well in the process. And I get it's stressful. I get it's not meant to be a nice process, but we were just being blamed for everything at every opportunity when nothing was our fault anyway. And we just had a really bitter taste left in our mouth, and we just lost all faith and trust in the seller, in the managing agent, and we were just like, we don't want to get into this. Like, we don't want to be involved. So that is ultimately why we decided to pull out. Back on Rightmove every single day, just seeing what's around. Anyway, I'm gonna go manifest in my journal and get on with some work for the day, and then I'm seeing one of my friends for a coffee later, which I absolutely love. We went to school together. I think I might have vlogged the last time I saw her actually. We went to school together up until like 16 and we've like rekindled our friendship. So yeah, I'm gonna go see her after, have a big fat catch up because we haven't seen each other in a couple of months. And yeah, I'm excited for it. So cheers, happy Friday. Cheers to still living at home at the age of 26 and engaged. I thought we could do a mini get ready with me. I mean, I've actually already done my makeup, but I still need to do my hair and plan what I'm wearing. I've just checked the weather. It's 27 degrees outside, which is honestly so crazy. I don't know if I just want to, that's my straighteners. I don't know if I just want to pop on like a pair of denim shorts or if I want to put on a cute dress. I feel like we're just going for a coffee. I've been really thinking recently that I should bring back the hair content. I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple of years ago I posted so much hair content, and also like it grew my pages so much when I was posting it, but I don't really want to like niche down again because you just really close yourself off and can't post any other content. But one thing I am desperate to do is a curly hair routine. You guys know, maybe you don't know, but I growing up had like curly hair and I've just been straightening it ever since I was probably about 13 years old. But I am desperate to try it again because my roots are unbelievably, like, I'm gonna say they're curly. I know people get a little bit butthurt over people saying they have curly hair if they don't really, but I'm certain that mine is curly. But I think I'm gonna do like a half up half down situation for now, and it's actually a hairstyle that I'm considering doing for my wedding. I obviously haven't really given it much thought because we are like a whole year out and could change my mind. Having to decide on a dress is way too stressful anyway, but I'm like, I think I could do this hairstyle for the wedding. So I'm gonna do it today. You guys can let me know what you think. I also think I need extensions for the wedding if I'm gonna do half up half down, not because I want more length, but just for like the volume. I feel really anxious. Honestly, since we pulled out of the flat, I thought I'd be more chilled, but I'm actually more anxious since we pulled out. I think it's because I just like have no idea what we're doing, and I'm just like, what's happening in life? I don't know. You lack control, and that's what makes you anxious. Okay, hair is all recurled. What we're gonna need is, this is the Smooth Company styling cream, and then we also have the slick hair wax stick. I think we're gonna grab some styling cream, and then I just kind of like to work this through my hair, grab all the hair that we want, and now we're gonna try and slick all of this back. The plan is to do a mini bun, but like not the whole way, so you have like this little tail hanging down. My issue is I've got no idea what it looks like until I've done it. I actually think it's really cute. Let me give you a 360. Whoop. What do we think? Do we think she's cute? I think she's cute. Shoes are from ASOS, I want to say. I don't think I've worn them since we were in the Philippines. And then my shorts are from Zara. Top is obviously Hollister. Do you know what I'm thinking? I've actually got a brown top that I think would go so much better with this outfit, but I don't know if I can be bothered to get changed. Maybe I will get changed because I always wear this. Let's get changed. Okay, this is the new top. This is from White Fox. I'll be honest, the beads on the shoulder, on the collarbone do kind of, might be zoomed in a little bit. The beads on the collarbone do hurt. They do get a bit annoying, but I just feel like this is such a cuter outfit to be wearing. I won't film whilst I'm out because my friend is actually a teacher, so she can't be online. None of that, thank you. And we are back home, and as you can tell, I'm in the living room, which never happens, which means that I'm home alone. And again, that never happens. Aiden's out watching, I think it's Leon Bridges he's gone to go see. Brandon, my brother, is at work. My mum's out for her partner's birthday. So I'm just like, Billy, no mates over here. Just chilling by myself. But I had a lovely time out with Kira. We went to Black Sheep Coffee and their coffees are actually really, really good. So I'm gonna have to go there again. And I've currently got my dinner in the air fryer. I'm having chicken burgers. Don't know what Aiden's having for dinner tonight. Also cracked myself open a crisp Pepsi Max. Actually, weird story time. I pulled in to our little road, and our road is like a private side road. You only come on here if you live here. And there was this car with like all its doors open and this guy, and I was like, that's a bit strange. Anyway, go out the car, this guy comes over to me. He was like, hey, I've actually broken down. And I was thinking, I don't know what you want me to do about that because I'm not a mechanic. And he basically just asked if he could look at the clutch in my car, which I thought was a little bit strange. I wasn't going to let him, but he seemed friendly enough. And maybe that's my toxic trait, is letting strangers look at my car for me, because this happened, like, God, if anyone was here for the drive with me days, I had one where some guy like pulled me over on the side of the road and told me that my tire was flat, and my mum was like, you literally could have been killed. And I don't know, what was I supposed to do? He was just outside my house, like, he knows where I live now. I can't be like, no, sorry, you can't look at my car. So anyway, like, he was literally on his hands on knees in the floor looking into my footwell, but he couldn't see what he wanted anyway. So yeah, I wonder should we go see if he's sorted it out or not? I mean, I feel like if your clutch is gone, you probably should be calling your breakdown cover. I do feel really bad though. Oh, he's still out there. He's got a friend though. Hopefully they can figure it out together. I was no help. Dinner is ready. I'm not sure if I have enough broccoli, so hopefully I can get through all of that. But I'm currently just watching Remy. I was gonna say Remy Cruz. Her name is now Remy Parsons. Her new vlog, I've honestly just been obsessed with her since, well, I mean, I used to watch her all the time anyway, but since the wedding, I'm like, oh my God, it was incredible. But they are, I don't know if they're still there currently. This is a little bit dated, but she's just getting ready to go to Tokyo. And spoiler, Tokyo is on the list of honeymoon destinations for us. So cannot wait for all of her vlogs. But let me eat my dinner because I'm absolutely bloated and starving. You know it's gonna be a good night when you can have two desserts. I've got a Krispy Kreme strawberry sprinkles donut, and I've also got my lemon meringue yogurt bowl. But I honestly think I might end this video here because I'm not gonna do anything. I'm probably actually gonna edit this video, and then I'm up early tomorrow to teach. But I'm sorry that this wasn't really much of like a doing vlog. I basically just wanted to keep you guys updated on obviously like the whole house process, well, flat process, us buying a place, and I wanted to get this video up ASAP, so it's like pretty much real time for you guys. But I hope you all did enjoy it either way, even though it's not really the most fun of vlogs and it's been a little bit of a downer. But be sure to check out Catkin and use Midnight 50, and I will see you all very soon with a new video. Bye.